maybe losing like that was a blessing in disguise, man, because we're
Hey,
going
man.
down to Tampa to get that beat up Bucs team.
Man, I brought the shades back to show you how cool and relaxed I am about it.
That's what I'm talking about. You ready, buddy?
Get it?
And welcome in, everybody. It is episode 193 of Out of Your Falcon Mind, Atlanta Falcons Fancast. My name is John, your host, joined by my co-host, back in his humble abode from wherever the hell he was, Mr. Mike Cottrell. What's up, buddy?
Dog, I feel great. It feels great to travel, also great to come home.
Yeah, man.
I
Absolutely.
absolutely love both of them. So I'm back. I'm comfortable. I'm in the throne. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, man. I'm just glad that we got through that last show with like barely a hiccup with the Wi-Fi at the
Yeah.
hotel. It was great, man. It was great.
Yeah, it
Anyway,
really was. That was a great show. That was the awesome one. That was a
yeah,
good
man.
time.
Shout out to Kenny and Steven. That was, if y'all missed that one, man, we had a great time. And we got several comments, man, that folks were like, we forgot we even lost, man. Like while you're watching y'all show, and it's like, that's great. That's kind of what we're going for. It's like, there's no reason to, let a loss like that get you down very long. You'd be mad about it on Sunday, then move on, man, throw it in the trash, and then we'll talk about it. But of course, we had fun. We played. Man, I was wondering tonight we're going to do in or out tonight at the end of the show. Have some more fun tonight. So appreciate all you guys for checking us out, man. If y'all are here for the first time, we appreciate you for checking us live. You can hit the like button if you're here on YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't already, man. Help us get the subscribers up. And if y'all are on Twitter, man, feel free to comment as well. Y'all can comment. Those will come through. If y'all want to join the chat, feel free, man. We're actually, dude, I don't know what it is. We've got we just get a ton more viewers on Twitter now than we do on YouTube, which is fine. I mean,
Doesn't matter what. I don't care where you get.
Don't give a damn either, buddy. So it probably helps us more financially on YouTube, but hey, the more we can get out there, the better it is. So it's all good. Yeah. If y'all are listening to us, man, drop us a 5-star review on any of your podcast platforms. It allows you to. If you leave us some words, write a few kind words on iTunes, we will shout you out on the show. We do have merch, which I will put on the screen pretty soon, and it'll be a link in the description in the video. So feel free to check on that. And you can email us, atlfalconfancast@gmail.com. We always appreciate good emails. It can be show related or nothing to do with it. We had an awesome email last week. Dude, Derek, on Monday, 2 days ago, Derek gave us our own in or out, gave us 3 different ones. So we appreciated that, man. It was awesome. But yeah, man. So did you just get back in town today?
Real quick, I just want to say thank y'all for coming to have fun with us on those days after the loss. You know what I mean? Because we couldn't do that without y'all. So y'all make it a fun time when we all being silly like that. We all. My motto is turn up regardless. Once we win or lose, when 4 o'clock come, I'm like, okay, how can I spend this into a good time? And y'all always help me to do that. So we couldn't do that without y'all. So thank y'all.
Well, it's still it's like after losses, we still have and I think all the folks that we talk to, like all the creators that we're friends with, like, they all say like their viewership's down, listenership's down after a loss every time. If we win, it's up. And I get that. I've said it on the show before. When we lose, we don't listen or watch anything afterwards. Like I don't feel like I may the day after. It may take me a day. It just depends. Like, and then I'll listen to Aaron, or I'll turn on Pound for Pound, or whoever, you just name it. But I totally get that. But hopefully y'all go back and check out the show, because it was a fun show. We like I said, we don't sit there. I mean, there's 2 ways to do it, right? You can sit there and loathe and bitch and complain, but what does that do really? Nothing. And we can't change the outcome. We can't change what the players did. We can say what we thought about it, which we do, but then we're going to have fun, because this is why we're doing this in the first place, man. So, I mean, I can complain to myself in the room by myself, and
we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it, but once we talk about it, we're going to get back to having a good time.
That's right, man.
To be honest, there's way more to be positive about this year's team than it is to doubt. So I can't even switch to that mode yet.
Yeah, 100%. And I got a shout out too, man. Shout out to the Falcoholic on Dave, man. He just retweeted us going live, and he didn't have to do that, man. Like, he has his own. They have their own. They'll be live tonight, with Kevin and Trayshawn, and he doesn't have to do that. But we just that's awesome of him to support us like that, and it's just that's what it's all about, man. Supporting each other, and so we appreciate Dave, and looking forward to having him back on. And just to let y'all know ahead of time, we will have Joe Patrick coming back on the show for I think his third time next Wednesday, 7:30. Joe will be back from 92.9 The Game to discuss the. Well, we'll probably talk about a little bit of everything because we haven't had Joe on since the start of the season. So we'll probably get into. Of course, we'll preview the next week's game, but we'll talk about pretty much everything with him.
Dave is our most cool, calm guest. Like he's the only one, and this is no diss to anyone, but he's the only one that it feel like you at a bar instead of you doing the podcast. I just feel like I'm talking to somebody at a bar. Like he is so cool about that every time. So shout out to Dave.
He is, man. Kenny, what's going on, buddy?
My man Kenny said, "What up, fellas? We definitely need to get back on track and beat the Yucks. We cannot sleep on. We won't lose in the division, baby. We undefeated."
No, man, I feel pretty good about it. And I mean, if y'all watched, I'm sure unless y'all been under a rock, y'all saw that, Mike Evans, we were watching the game while we were doing our preview show, or our recap show, and Mike Evans hurt his hamstring again during that game, and he's going to be out for I think at least into the bye that they have. They're not putting him on IR because they're trying to basically stop from them because they do have the bye, so they're trying to just get to the bye. Hopefully he's better and then he's good to go. And I feel so bad for Chris Godwin, dude. Like second time he's had a devastating leg injury, or in this case dislocated his ankle. If you saw the screenshot, like it was pointed in the wrong direction. It should never be doing that.
I hate to see that. That always makes me cringe.
And you saw him when he was on the cart, like he mouthed to the trainer, like back to work. Like you could tell that's what he said. And it was just like, man, I just felt because he's such I hate playing him. I hate playing Mike Evans because they're so. And it's a compliment to them because they're so damn good. And it's that's two huge losses for the Bucs. I mean, injuries are part of the game. We all deal with it. It is what it is. I mean, so it just, it'll definitely benefit us this week. There's no doubt about it. I mean, you can't. Baker said he's very confident in the receiver room, which of course he's going to say that. He's not going to be like, "Oh man, these guys we got now are dog shit." Like he's not going to say that clearly. But you don't just replace a Mike Evans or a Chris Godwin with this, guy number one and guy number two who you sign off the practice squad or whatever the case may be, man. So
I hate to see those injuries because it's always I'd be sad to see it because it's deflating. I'm like, he worked all year with a diet, a sleep pattern, a gym. He studied the playbook. Like when that happened, I'm like awful. When they get cut early, like in preseason or week 3, I'd be like, dog, I can't imagine how that feels. But that's the sad part. But the amazing part that lights my soul on fire is right before they play us. Oh man, your heart could come out your chest. I would be like, hey man, it's part of football. So right before you play us, I don't care if you get folded like a lawn chair. But if you're not playing us, it's really sad to see that. But I'm glad they're out of the game. But again, now we have no excuse. Mike Evans, the one that usually is the dagger, is not playing. Come on now, take advantage of something.
Yeah, I mean, and nobody feels sorry for you, man. Like it doesn't matter if it's us or whatever. Like it doesn't matter. Like it's I mean, the Saints, they just got ravaged with injuries in the last few weeks. And like literally over 30% of their starting day roster is gone. But nobody cares. Like you just
draw, man. I mean, nobody every year to somebody team on every team. Somebody just a part of it. I hate to see it honestly because those be looking gruesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I hate those injuries.
I saw that thing pop in the back of Watson's leg. I was like, oh, man. I was like that. I can't imagine how that had to, because he had to feel that roll up like a fruit roll up.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like, I mean, Achilles is it's the easiest thing in the world to see because it pops and it rolls right up, just like a freaking shade, like a blinds, man. And it's that's
what happened to you.
No, but I've been like, so my whole background is exercise science, right, and training. I was at Georgia State at the racquetball courts, right, and older guys in there playing. It sounds like a gunshot, dude. It's just boom, and he went straight down, man. You go in there and you could literally just take your hand, like roll it back down, and it's
just like you said. It looked like the blinds went up, and I'm like, dog, you have to feel that. I wonder what that feel like. That looked excruciating.
Yeah, it was not good, man. It was not good at all. Like I said, I feel terrible. Well, actually, I don't even want to talk about Watson. I don't want to talk about. We're not going to talk about Watson. But the Bucs. I mean, it is what it is, man. But oh wait, hang on. Birdcage, what's up, man?
Birdcage, what up?
Good to see you, buddy. So time to get this division. We have a chance to lock it up.
We're gonna lock it up.
It's
We're
huge.
gonna lock it up like a hostage, man. We
huge.
coming. Jeremy, JB.
What's up, buddy?
Just playing Bergeron is okay. Yeah, man. That's my dog. Man, I feel like he a Falcon for some reason. He just
dude, it was drastically. I told y'all like on the last show, like I didn't think I was going to go watch the film. Well, I lied. I went and did it anyway. And yeah, when he went out, it was visible change in our run game. I mean, no shot at Chris Hinton, but like he's not Matt Bergeron. So it's definitely a good thing that he's back. And just looking at the injury report, well, that's the depth chart, isn't it? Looking at the injury report, we've got Bergeron was back, full participant today. Like Jeremy was saying, Judon limited, non-injury related, just rest. Justin Simmons limited, probably that hamstring still, but he's probably going to play. The great news is Troy Anderson was back on the field, and when I was texting with Joe earlier, Joe Patrick, he said that he watched them sprint, on just in the individuals. He was out there sprinting, so like that's a good sign. I mean, we don't know how he felt while he was sprinting, but at least he was sprinting. That's a good thing because we need him back there, man. And Landman was limited with the shoulder. He just keeps racking up like little ticky-tack injuries, man, like his knee, his shoulder, his stuff like that, and that sucks. So it would be nice to have our linebackers healthy at the same time, like we were saying last week. And then Ryan Newsel did not participate today. With Hennessy, I'm not super. I mean, Ryan Newsel was doing a great job, but with Hennessy, as a backup now, like I'm not super worried. Looking at Tampa Bay, we already talked about Evans and we talked about Godwin. They're one of their backup tight ends. Payne Durham did not participate. William Golson, defensive tackle, limited today. Bucky Irving did not participate, which is interesting with the toe because that's one of their three-headed monster running back combination right there. So we'll keep an eye on that. Raheem Jarrett was back just came off wide receiver, which is good for them because obviously they're in need. He's been on IR, just came off, full participant, and Tyke Smith also DB. That we need to watch on with the concussion, did not participate because if y'all didn't know as well, Jamel Dean is on IR as well. So they're hurting, man. They're hurting offensively and defensively in different spots. And so was Seattle, and it didn't really matter. We still lost to Seattle.
It don't matter if you can't take advantage of it.
You still got to take advantage of it. And I mean, and that's what I was saying. Like if in the intro when I said maybe it was a blessing in disguise because you hear coaches say all the time, and it's real, like, teams have to learn how to win, right? Like you don't just wake up you don't have 3 7-10 seasons, or whatever the hell it's been, and the guys that's been here, like when you start winning, you have to learn how to maintain that level, right? So, we started off good. We could easily have been 5-1, hell 6-0. We won't talk about the Pittsburgh game. It's just like it didn't exist. But we literally, we've had a good season up to this point. We've been in every game. It's been close. It's been a 1-score game, but we've played well. The guys know they're talented, but they have to maintain that level. Like as a Bama fan, and Kirby's the same way. Like at Georgia, I mean, coming from Saban, like Saban never wanted to lose, and of course they don't want to lose. But I think if you ask them personally by themselves, they would say like a scary ass 1 possession loss, or even a 1 possession win, or even a loss sometimes. With good teams, they're okay with it because it kind of like wakes the team up. Like, hey, we're not invincible. We weren't that good. We shouldn't have, we were overlooking these guys. Maybe we didn't do what we needed to do in practice. All those things maybe come together. And it's like, yeah, because you rarely see a team come out and shit the bed 2 weeks in a row. Like, what I mean? Like really shit the bed. So I expect to see, like the name of the show tonight, Bounce Back Incoming. I expect to see them offensively and defensively have a better showing this week against the Bucs.
Dog, I'm trusting in the pattern I done seen, and that's been adjustment. We are in the position we in right now because they have used the pieces they have effectively, right? So I expect them to continue to do that in a more effective way, if that makes sense. So I think that they learn from each one of these. And I mean, like in the ballroom and in motivation, because you should get singled out for some of the dumb shit. Like, hey man, come on with this. You wasn't paying attention. And then you get better from that. And so it should show on the field and mentally. And I'm trying to I really do think that the team will get better as the weeks go, because a whole lot of that stuff is mental that they was just learning early on, trying to get it down pat. So I
Mhm.
expect when they start executing, I think they'll get better as week to week to week, because they know the plays better. They feel more comfortable with time, and everything will get better every week. So I expect them to crush the Bucs. That's how optimistic I am.
There you go. I mean, Mark Ramondi on for our writer for ESPN for the Falcons. He did tweet today that the Falcons moved up. I know this sounds shitty, but they moved up to 25th in pass rush win rate. Because we were 31-32, so it is trending in the right direction. Like if you look at Carolina, it was over 30%, and then last week, like I said, stupidly 50%. I know we didn't. The biggest thing has been finishing. Like that's been
Mm-hmm.
the biggest problem, right? But we're at least trending in the right direction. Like Jimmy Lake, Raheem, whoever's making, I mean, they're making changes on defense. They're playing a little bit more man. They're being a little bit more aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can say what you will. It resulted in 6 explosive plays last week in the first half. A lot of that was just mental errors by
Mm-hmm.
different players, but it's also a result of getting more pressure and not getting the quarterback on the ground. So if we can start converting some of these, like again, we're moving in the right direction. It's just we got, and like Raheem said, and some people were asking, like, what the hell does he mean? We have to rush better as a team. Well, guys have to maintain their lanes. They can't get, you have to rush together, like know where you're supposed to be and where you don't want to get out of. Like if you don't maintain your rush lane, that's when a quarterback can get out. That's when he
Mm-hmm.
can move his feet. Like Geno, like especially a quarterback like him, and Baker's the same way. He's not no Geno Smith, but he can move and he's good in the
Mm-hmm.
pocket.
Yeah,
So
really
that's
good.
so that's the thing you worry about. But overall, like I said, they're making changes. That was just one of them games, man. Like just shit was going wrong
Mm-hmm.
everywhere. And again, whether they overlooked they won't say they overlooked Seattle. They're never going to say. They're going to say they prepared great. But again, man, like the players, the guys, they've won 3 in a row. They're on a high. They're feeling good, and then they get punched in the mouth by a team that had to win that game. Seattle had to win that game just to keep pace in their division, and after losing 3 in a row. So going into the Bucs, like the Bucs, they don't want to lose this game because then they've got the Chiefs, I believe, coming up, and then the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
So if they lose to us, they got those 2 tough matchups. They could be out of it in the next 3 or 4 weeks. And I mean, if we win this, we're in the driver's seat for the division if we take this game because
Mm-hmm.
we're 4-0 in the division, just like Mr. C. Electrician. What's up, buddy?
He said, sweeping the South. You know we are, baby. Get them
Yeah.
brooms.
Yeah. So, we're up 4-0 in the South at that point, and it's going to make it really,
Mm-hmm.
really like we'd have to just, really piss our pants to drop out of that, especially with the Saints beat up as they are. We already know what the Panthers are.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, Bryce Young starting again this week. If y'all saw, I mean, Andy Dalton and his family actually were in a car accident. He's good. They're all good. They're
Oh,
fine. They're okay. But so I guess they're just preventative. Maybe I don't
yeah.
know the reason. I just saw that Bryce was starting again, but it sucks for him because it's against that Broncos defense.
Sometimes you miss a shot and the ball bounce right back to you. Though dog, you gotta show off or the job is done. You gotta
Yeah.
show off. Do your best. Let loose. See,
Mhm.
electrician said, can you get the new shirts and 4X, please? I think 4X, no, the biggest is 3X.
Is it for the tie dye?
No, I think it is a 4X option
I
on
don't
it.
even know, dude. If you're talking about the tie dye, see, I'll check it out because
I
on
thought it was a
Bonfire.
4X.
Yeah, on I know some of them come in 4X, but on
Yeah,
Bonfire, like it's like it's already preset. You just whatever ones you order, like that's
yeah.
what they got. So I'll have to check it out, man.
Birdcage said we overlooked Seattle, but that cost us. We have a chance to get into the playoffs. Yeah. So sometimes those are helpful in the long run.
Yeah, like we may look back at this game and be like, or at
Hey,
that game
thank
and be
God
like,
for that.
and say, like, man,
Yeah,
that woke our asses up, man. We ain't
yeah.
we ain't overlooking nobody, and that's the thing. And that's if the coaches are what I think they are, they probably sat in the meeting room and say, like, who the hell did y'all think y'all were? Did y'all think y'all
Mhm.
earned the right to overlook somebody or take it easy or do like hell no? Like y'all ain't earned nothing yet.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to, do this for you have to sustain success for a while before you can
Mhm.
try, and even then, like, and look, the Chiefs have games like that. Like I've seen people say, like, oh, you can't use the excuse to coming out flat. Everybody comes out flat sometimes.
Mhm.
It doesn't
Mhm.
matter. That's just I don't care how well coached you are or whatever. Like it just happens across the league. It happens
Mhm.
sometimes. It's just the way it is. You don't want it to happen. You want it to happen very little, but it's going to
Mhm.
happen from time to time, man. Um, Jeremy said, "You got it."
JV said the good thing about losing to Seattle is we don't overlook any injury riddled Buck squad. Yeah. Never look at, yeah, I don't care who hurt. You got to be able to take advantage of it or it's
Hmm.
worthless. The Birdcage said, y'all go ahead and get these likes up. It's free 99. These boys work hard. I mean, so hard, man. So hard. Locomotive style. I just got back in town today, already doing the show. Give me my props, man.
I
Fresh
mean,
off
what
the road.
was that? About a 10-hour drive?
Yeah, 9.
9? Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So and make sure y'all check out Ryan on the Birdcage, man. They do a hell
Mhm.
of a job over there. He'll be, I think, live tomorrow night. He goes live during the game at halftime. Does a great job, man. And we still have to do a show together once we can get our
Yeah, I was
schedules
just
right,
about
man.
to say that. We never did a show.
I
The
know,
birthday
so gotta
for
do it.
this game, my secondary has to step up and make it off for Baker. Let me
Yeah,
tell you
man.
something. Uh, Not only is Troy Anderson being in the game a benefit because it's Troy Anderson, but Troy, Troy, like he like enables everybody else to do what they supposed to do. Without Troy, everybody have to do something they not supposed to.
Yeah.
They not built for. When Troy in there, everybody get to do what they do. So it's more important than you think it is. I want to see what happened when he back in there. I think they'll play much better all around.
Yeah, man. When Caden or Nate has to go into pass coverage,
That's
it's not great. It's
that's
not
what I'm
great.
saying.
When Caden's rushing the passer, it's really good. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And he can't do that if he has to go out there and play other roles. Like I said,
Mhm.
I wish last week they at least would have experimented with putting Richie out there.
Yeah.
And it sucks that DeMarco, like when DeMarco Hellams comes back, put him out there.
Mhm.
If we're still experiencing injuries, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like if you're going to go with that type of defense, there's no reason to have Nate covering and
Mhm.
pass coverage. The same thing with Ellis, and that's at least what Troy can do. Like he's got that
Mhm.
speed he can cover, man. So we got to get him back so he can do those things. What's up, Benjamin?
Benjamin Benjamin Arnold said they really do need to change the defensive scheme. I think they
They're
scheme to
working
the
on it.
injuries. I think they will now that Troy back. When the people come back, it it's jello. It rotates as it
They're
comes.
working on it.
They scheme to injuries.
Like I said, man, it's annoying because you see the pressure rates that we produced, but
Mhm.
you didn't get it, and the secondary kind of let you down in multiple, which hasn't been the case this year. So it's
Mhm.
like, man, we get pressures and the secondary kind of takes a step back. Like we
Mhm.
can't we still trying to get that complete game from the defense. I think, and we'll talk, and also y'all, the second half of the show we're going to be talking about some potential edge rushers and just pass rushers that we might be able to add. Look at what they're getting paid, look at their production, and how that might benefit us going forward, man.
Williams said a must-win game, man. That's what I say for momentum. You can't lose the momentum with two straight losses.
It would suck. It's not a. I think from a standings point, it's not a must win because we still be 4-4. We still have a.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like we still have we're still 3-1 in the division. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, we make our lives so much easier
that's a
if
momentum
we
thing
if we
because you
take this
won't know
game,
who you're
man.
looking at if they lose.
Yeah,
You still won't know what you're looking at. If they lose, you won't know if they good or bad. You'll be
plus,
like,
man,
I don't
right,
know.
and that's what I'm
So
saying, man. Yeah,
that's why I
even
say, yeah, not standings wise though. It's not important
right.
standing wise, but everybody would question like, I don't know if they was good as I thought they were. So you don't want to start that.
Yeah, like you can't beat a Bucs team missing their two best wide
Yeah,
receivers, and they're missing their starting corner, and
yeah.
they're beat up. Their linebacker play's been terrible outside of Levante David. Like it's just not been good at
Mhm.
all. Like you couldn't expose any of that with all your weapons. Like yeah, all that stuff, man. What's up, Sour Pickle?
Sour Pickle said, "Hey guys, what up, Sour Pickle? That's my man." He said, "Hope we get this win this weekend." Don't hope, no. Don't hope, no. It's a different vibration. Sour Pickle said, "Johnny Yates, I need to get, I need to get on your workout to get myself in great shape." You don't want on that, dog. I'm telling you, it's mentally fatiguing. Uh, like I've been working out and getting better, but gotta keep pushing. Sorry to be off subject. Hey, I'll say this for the 10th time on the show. uh, use Johnny Heat as a resource. Not only was he a personal trainer, this is really what I'm telling you. Not only was he a personal trainer, he went to school for exercise science. Whatever questions y'all have, I'm sure he would answer. As long as it didn't get too excessive. But I say
Yeah,
use the man as a resource, dog. He know all of that shit. I've asked him 100 questions in my life. He
yeah. I
knows
mean,
all of it. Use him.
I'm not putting together a 6-month routine for anybody or anything, but
Yeah,
yeah, I
not
mean,
doing that, but yeah, he
yeah,
knows all of that
for
shit. No
sure,
matter
for
what the
sure.
question is, I'm telling you, John, know that he know all about what protein, how to sleep, what how the water, what food. He knows all of that shit. So if y'all have those questions, use them as if you want to ask about strippers, you ask me, okay? I'm an encyclopedia. What you want to know, okay?
Uh,
Exercise science. I'm telling you, use that. Like more people should use that.
Yep.
My man, the electrician said Raheem spoke responsibility for last Sunday like a man. That's how
Yep.
you know it won't happen again. I like that attitude. Yes, sir. William
Absolutely.
Mamie said, I think DeMarco Hellums come by mid-November. Is that right?
Sounds right. Yeah. I mean, I
Okay.
think, well, like a few weeks ago, they said he wasn't ready yet. So I mean,
Okay.
another month probably would hope he'd be good.
Hopefully,
What's
yeah.
up? Hopefully.
Double H, hopefully hopeful. My man said, sweep this off. I'm gonna give me a mini broom, an extra long broom, a brown broom, a witch's broom. I'm gonna get all type of broom, man. I'm
Yeah, man.
telling you,
So
we're going at least that's what we can say. That's our first victory. Let's sweep the South. Let's dominate the South and then expand our dominance.
yeah, and we all know how that first game went, man. It was insane.
Mhm.
Kirk put up over 500. We
Mm.
win in overtime. And it was, and that was just because Todd Bowles deep, like it was 8 in the box pretty much all night for the most part,
Mhm.
and he was not going to let Bijan or Tyler take off, which was fine because again, Kirk just exposed them all night long, and
Mhm.
they're fairly content. Whether he changes it this week, who knows? We'll see what changes they make going into this game. But he's fairly content sitting back in cover three and just kind of almost like we are to an extent, and just letting you just get a play here, play there, and then red zone comes around. They try to beef up in the red zone and stop you, hold you to 3 points. It's almost similar to what we do, kind of. You know what I mean? So we'll see how he
Kirk
does this
Cousins
week.
is going to throw for 500 more yards if you take that approach. That's a silly approach for Kirk Cousins because he's good at that mid range. That's his Michael Jordan fadeaway. He's great at the mid range.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, if
He's
you're
going to
gonna,
throw for 500 more yards if you do.
there has to be some type of a middle ground, right? But like again,
Mhm.
like KJ Britt's not been playing well for them this year at linebacker. He's been
Mhm.
kind of a disappointment. Levante David he's doesn't act like he's 34 or whatever he is.
Mhm.
Like he still plays like a younger guy.
Mhm.
Um, Antoine Winfield's back this game. He wasn't there that first game, and he's such a huge presence in that secondary. And they play a lot of
Mhm.
single high type stuff too. So like you just have to know where 31 is because
You
you
better know what
yeah
31 is. Yeah,
yeah
he's
he'll
intelligent.
he's going to blitz.
Mhm.
He's like Jesse. He will cheat. He will go
Mhm.
pick. He'll go roam and pick off stuff where where he shouldn't. Like Kirk may think he knows where he's supposed to be, then he'll break off and go pick a ball off
Mhm.
somewhere else. So we can't have Kirk throwing the ball around like willy nilly this week because that's
Mhm.
one thing bad teams are not. I'm not gonna say they're a bad team. They're a hurt team. You don't want to give them opportunities, man. You don't want to just turn the ball
Mhm.
over because that's the last thing you want is give them more chances,
Mhm.
to score. Um,
Now, I'll be
but
honest. Our defense is so unpredictable that Kirk Cousins, the pressure for you not to have a turnover is outrageous. You feel me? Like you damn near can't do that because they might not, defend well. So we also can't have you give it over twice or even once. Sometimes, like he damn near got to be perfect. Uh, like until they make the defense better, dog.
yep, 100%. And they by the way, they are wearing their old creamsicle uniforms this weekend as well. Do you
Who
like
the
those or no?
Falcons?
No, no. The Bucks are wearing their own like
I was
the
gonna
old
say
like
what type of cream?
peach
Yeah.
orange creamsicle
Oh, the
uniforms.
cream. Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about. I
yeah,
forgot how it look in person. I gotta see.
yeah. I don't mind them. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of that color. I mean, but
The the
it's
light. I know just what you're talking about. Now I know. I don't like those. It's like a popsicle.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's well, like when you and I first started watching them, that's what they were wearing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's so it's kind of nostalgia wise. I don't mind it, but yeah, it's not
Hmm.
my favorite combination. But what they do have at wide receiver, what's left at least, is Trey Palmer. We know we've had him.
Hmm.
He can get his if we let him. And then looking at their two guys, Jalen McMillan, Sterling Shepard. I think they signed a couple of guys today that nobody
Hmm.
would really know off the to the practice squad and brought a guy up from the practice squad. The biggest thing is we're going to have to look at like I said, watch out for is their three running backs, man. Rashad White, Bucky Irving, Sean Tucker. Tucker went off during the Saints game. But they all went off during the Saints game when they scored 51 or whatever it was.
Hmm.
But those three guys and Rashad White catching ball out of the backfield. Like I said, Bucky will have to keep a eye on whatever his toe injury is and see if he how he progresses throughout the week. That'd be another huge loss, man, if they lost him as well. But all three of those guys have been running the rock really, really good. Baker's been finding them out of the backfield. And then of course, man, K Dot, and we can't let him get loose because we know he's burned us before, and so we
Hmm.
can't we get to make sure that whoever's covering the tight end this week is actually able to cover the tight end. And because that's, I mean, honestly, if our corners should be able to lock down those receivers, I mean, and Sterling Shepard, I don't know if I mentioned Sterling Shepard or not. I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. So, I mean, we should be able to handle those receivers, you know what I mean? And along with our safeties. So it's going to be on that linebacker play, and it's going to be both teams. Both teams' linebackers play is going to come into play, no pun intended, during that game for
Tell you
sure.
why, because it's guaranteed that their approach is their strength. Their running backs, because they gonna want to keep Kirk after he throw for 500 yards. They gonna want to keep him off the field. But and their strength is the running game. They gonna try to. Their whole thing is gonna be screen pass, run, screen pass. I'm telling you, they about to paper cut us 3,000 times. Is gonna be their approach because that keep Kirk off the field, and it's what they do best. So that's coming, and oh man, I hope Troy's back. That's gonna be we desperately need Troy Anderson for this game. That's the more important thing for this game, because that may make the difference between us winning and losing, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, and again, like if he's not, I hope they make an adjustment, and again, use Richie, utilize him. I mean, at least in nickel, maybe even play some dime like we talked about. We haven't played hardly any dime. Like just make it a little bit easier on yourself and not putting Nate in this position where he's not really comfortable or good at doing. Because you don't want to get torched by guys that you shouldn't even be in a position for in the first place.
William Amy said, just handle business on Sunday and keep the momentum going. That's what I'm talking about. Keep it going forward against the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, sir. Kenny said, love you guys. Love you, Kenny. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Big helping us to keep in shape, and Money Mike to us those yams. You are the best guys. Thank you, buddy. We love you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man, definitely.
That's my man. Double H said limited targets for Baker. We need a pass rush breakout this week. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we need him to get home.
Yeah, a pass rush break. Yeah.
We need a sack breakout. That's what we need. We need like 3 or 4 sacks. That's what we need. Just, we need to almost equal our total season. You know what I mean? Like in one game. That'd be amazing.
Man, I'm gonna be honest, man. I even need Grady to do a little bit better, man. That's my man. I hate to criticize. I never want to be disrespectful. But dog, I need you to do a little bit. I need you to get through, man. Do what you do, man. I don't think he's falling off. Like, I think he at the top of his game. So I'm not understanding. Like, let's get it going, bro.
Well, there's a chance that we too, like listening to Raheem talk earlier, he said that man, my brain just went freaking dead.
I do that all the time. Be right in the middle of something. Be like, damn, that was probably $1 million.
Yeah. The homeboy from Oregon who hasn't played yet, Brandon Dorless. Jesus. He may get some run this week. Hopefully. We'll see. He says he's been doing really good in practice. He's been impressing. So maybe he'll get a chance to get on the field this week. Because, like I think Steven said on Monday, like, why the hell not? Like, he can't be much worse than what we've seen. Like, give him a chance at the edge. He's played outside. He's played inside. Like, just throw him on the fucking line and see what happens, man. Let him go.
But you got to do what you got to do at some point. You're just pressing buttons, just hitting buttons on the keyboard. See what happens. Sour Pickle said, I like to see our corners eat this weekend against the backup receivers. Absolutely. Yeah, they should dominate, take advantage. But they got to let these guys get after it, man. I don't really like the zone, really. Yeah. Pray, dominate. Come on, man. It's our division. Sour Pickle also need that front line to get home. Jeez. Yeah. April, what up?
What's going on, April?
Sour Pickle said, oh, man, I love to see Dolores get in. Yeah. I believe it, because I believe they pressing buttons at this point. Like, might as well see.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, looking at some of the does anything other than the running game on their offense really worry you? Is that pretty much it?
No. But that is, I don't know, like that's enough to be worried. That's the only. I ain't usually worried, but that's so effective, especially if they get all 3 of them going. All 3 of them are talented. When they get all 3 of them going, that means all 3 of them well rested. So all 3 of them top speed. All 3 of them are kind of hard to corral. That shit is exhausting. And when you already struggling, and that's going, and then when you got to play for that, and they start play action, and you just opening up a can of worms. So that's enough, and that keeps Kirk off the field. That If that start being effective, you may lose. But I got them scheming away against it. I just got we know it's coming, and I believe in my coaches.
Yeah, I mean that's the one thing that can keep them in the game, right? If they can effectively run, which again, like you said, open up play action or whatever, and nickel and dime us all the way down. As long as we stop them, like I feel like this is the one game that if we are playing that type of zone, if we can keep them out of the end zone, allow them to
Mm-hmm.
three, then
Mm-hmm. Let them
yeah,
get three.
because I think our offense can move the ball against their defense. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they're already beat up. Clearly, we did it the first time around. Their defense has not been nearly what they thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
They still got guys like Vita Vea up front we got to take care of, and get chipped. And I don't know if you can even chip him. He's just probably like, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
like, I mean, Bijan tried last game, but it's tough to chip a guy that's like that damn big. Um, but they got their guys, but I mean, they're so beat up that we have to take advantage of it, man. There's no excuse I don't care if it's in Tampa, like we're the more talented team, we're the more healthy team. We've already
That's
beat
what
them
I'm saying.
once. There's no excuse. Oh, you just got embarrassed at home in front of
Mhm.
by Seattle. Like there is zero excuse and to lose this game. And I mean,
Yeah.
there's no
Because of
reason.
everything you just said, that's why the whole momentum will shift if you lose. So you can't afford to lose this one. It's a really, really, really important game. It's because it's no reason to. You should win the game. It's no reason to. Like you should win this. I would hate to see it by 3, but as long as you come out there with a W, you should have. But you need to take advantage of stuff. That's one thing I don't feel like we've done well all season. Is
Yeah.
when another team is like limping, like we don't attack the leg they're limping on. We keep fighting the same, like go for the leg. They're
Yeah.
like they go for the leg, sweep the leg. So I just feel like we never prey on somebody. Man, they pick on us. Oh, whoever out the game for us, they be like right there.
Right.
But we
Exactly.
don't do that. We just keep doing like general admission. So I want to see them target the injuries and go after people and take advantage of the people that's out.
All right. So give me 2 or 3, if you want to call it keys, whatever, 2 or 3 things we have to do to win the game, and then what do you think the score is going to be?
2 or 3 things to win the game. We got to run the ball because they can't run the ball and use their talents if we using ours. So we might as well use ours. That's number one. Two is you got to get Baker on the ground. Somebody got to get home because he is really good in the pocket. Like now he gonna break out like Michael Vick, but he can really throw on the run. He can feel pressure. He's really good. So he's gonna spin out of. He gonna move around. So you got to get to him. You can't just get near him. He's a veteran.
Hmm.
And three, uh, Troy got to be back. That is so. Troy is they're gonna have to their whole offensive approach is gonna depend on if Troy is playing. Guarantee it change
It
with
will.
and without him being in the game. They gotta account for him. That's what I'm talking about. But I think the score, I think my coaches have shown they are really good at adjusting. So I'm expecting a really big adjustment and a really big effect from that adjustment. So I'm going 34-21.
I like it. 34-21. Oh, and for y'all that want to possibly win an Out of Your Falcon Mind t-shirt, put your score prediction in the comments of the video, not the chat, but in the comments of the video. So
Mhm.
when we're done, you can throw it in there. And if anybody that gets it right, man, we'll send you a t-shirt. We haven't had a winner yet, and we've been doing it for a while. So we got to get a winner.
We not being stingy with the t-shirts. We try and give them
That's
away.
right.
Y'all don't guess correctly. Come on, son. No one psychic. Come on now. No one. Y'all got to
That's
do
right.
better.
Yeah, no, I agree with what you said, man. On those things, I mean, for me, we did like I said a second ago, we can't turn the ball over. We have to just,
Mhm.
we can't fumble. We can't be throwing dumbass passes. Kurt doesn't need to take any unnecessary chances, especially if we're
Mhm.
moving the ball well. Um, Red zone offense, score touchdowns, not
Mhm.
settling for 3.
We
Like
got too many weapons to settle for
yeah,
3.
No, look, keep using Kyle Pitts, man. He's had 3
Mhm,
really good games. He needs to keep having, get him in this linebacker core, like I said, outside Levante David, get him in the middle of the field, work against these safeties, away from Antoine Winfield, but, you know,
mhm,
get him back there, man. Like, and just, that's another key, avoid Antoine Winfield.
mhm,
Like you said, run the ball if we can. If they're going to bow up and say no, you're not running it again, then Kirk needs to be on his game, unlike last week.
mhm,
He's got to be able to hit some of those plays for our defense. Get back to allowing no explosives again, or very few. There's no excuse to be allowing explosive plays to Sterling Shepard
mhm,
and Trey
mhm,
Palmer and those guys, right? You can't let Bucky Irving, man. You can't let him get loose and take off from the backfield for a 40, 50-yard gain.
mhm,
So you can't let that happen. And like you said, man, sack freaking Baker Mayfield. Get him
mhm,
on the ground, man. Make some game-changing plays that we can steal possessions on. And on the same, like our guys, how about y'all go turn the ball over? Like Jesse, go
mhm,
out, Jesse, Justin, go out there. Baker's gotten better throughout his career, but Baker is still Baker to an extent that he will go out there and try to force some shit sometimes when he knows he's trying to make a play
mhm,
a lot of it's on him. So he will
mhm.
still do that from time to time. So we got to take advantage of it. I'll go, man. Yeah, I was going to go around a 34 mark. I'll say we take the foot off the gas and we go 31 to 17. 31
That's
17.
still the wait, but the dub for us.
Of course.
Oh yeah, yeah, 31-7. Yeah. See, I enjoy. See, so we both expect a
See,
30 plus performance. I love
we
it.
just we just got to hope that Biscuit does the right thing and takes.
Oh man, Biscuit, I'm telling you, I be feeling in my gut whenever you pick. I be like, damn. But yeah, we just gotta hope Biscuit, the Oracle. We gotta hope the Oracle speaks in our favor. But I'm counting on the win. It's the Bucks, man, and we put it. We plat. I mean, I think we could have dominated them last game. So I expect for them to show those. That just happened. So they're gonna make adjustments on that. I just believe in my coaches, man. I believe it's gonna be a dominant performance.
I love it. I love it. Let's go. So, all right. So now, April asked a second ago when I get back to the comments. Where did she go? She said,
Johnny,
there we go.
okay, Miss April said, "Do you think the Atlanta Falcons should trade for a top pass rusher in the NFL? What do y'all think? Let me tell you how I feel about that. Um, I believe that is when you search your soul and you be honest with your soul, no matter who you are in like the organization or as a fan, and say, do I think, man, if I do that, we can win like the Super Bowl? Because that's really the only reason I would do that. Uh, and
For a
if I
top
think,
guy,
huh?
for like a top guy, like a top guy.
Yeah, for a top guy,
Right,
like,
right.
uh, dog, do I do that? And if I don't, if I really think that one piece is going to make that significant of a difference, I'm doing it. A Super Bowl is priceless. A
Yeah.
Super Bowl is the whole goal. So I'm doing that for a top guy, and I don't move if it's not for a top guy. If I go fix the problem, I'm fixing the problem for years to come.
Yeah. So, number one, we'll look at our cap space right now is just over $8 million, according
Okay,
to over the
that's a
cap,
lot
right?
of money, Johnny Yates. We can
So,
buy something with that.
like the folks that, and I know we keep seeing Myles Garrett, we keep seeing Max Crosby and Trey Hendrickson's name get thrown around.
Mhm.
Um, and the potential deals I've seen have Penix's name has been in those deals. We're not trading Michael Penix.
No, not a chance.
I will be like just beyond. I'll be beyond
Yeah.
floored if we do that, because you drafted him for the reason that Kirk's not going to be here that long. So you have Kirk. We have our quarterback situation. We think hopefully already taken care of for the next 10 to 12 years. So if
Mhm.
you're going to trade him, then you're right back to square one again, and we're in the quarterback market almost immediately, because
Mhm.
you
Who
don't
know?
know how long you don't
John,
know.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you. I got a good one for you. Johnny Yates, I got a good
Mhm.
one for you. Who is the best pass rush who's like actually available right
There,
now?
I mean, those guys could be available. I mean, like,
But
they've
like, who's the top one you think could be available?
that
Who's
we
the
could
best?
realistically get.
Yes, yeah, but be optimistic, but be realistic at the same time.
Yeah, so we're not getting any 3 of those guys I just mentioned. Like I said, because the capital it's gonna take to get those guys too, because we've heard them. We keep
So
hearing
let me.
Terry say the
So
whole
hold
like,
on. Here's the question, Johnny. Yeah, I gotta ask you. If we were able to get one of those, but the price was Penix, are you on board or you like still hell no? Because we just invested and fixed this problem.
I don't think either one of those guys are gonna get us to the Super Bowl. Like, they may
I got
help,
you.
but I mean, like, it's not gonna be
A
because I think
game
we
changer.
yeah, I mean, it's gonna help, but we still need more help. Like, it's
I
not
got
just
you.
like, we're not like what you just said, my opinion, we're not one player away, on
Okay.
defense, you know what I mean? Like, a team like Detroit that just lost Aiden Hutchinson makes total
Mhm.
sense for them to
Yeah.
just say, like, because they are legitimate Super Bowl, like, we can go and win that thing this year. So like it
Mhm.
makes total sense for them to go after any 3 of those guys. I think Crosby's from there. Like go bring Max back home. Like that would be a perfect
Mhm.
fit. And they just say fuck the picks and go get it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So we've heard Terry say I don't know how many times like they're trying to win now and in the future, right? They're trying to
Mhm.
so we can't be mortgaging future everything
Yeah.
for one
Yeah.
guy this year in the
Yeah.
first year of Kirk Cousins' deal. Like I just don't
Mhm.
see it happening. Like again, I mean, look, if they surprise the hell out of us, then yeah, I'm all in. Let's go. But
Mhm.
I mean, I just don't see it happening. And
Mhm.
then you look at our draft picks in 25. We got a first, a second, a fourth, a fifth, and a seventh coming from the Rams. And then if you look in 26, we've got a first, a second, a fourth, a fifth, and then 4 in the seventh. So we don't have a
Okay.
ton because we've already made some deals, you know what I mean? And we've already traded away
Mhm.
some guys and gave it and traded away some picks. So I don't know how many more picks they're wanting to give away in the next couple of years because you're thinking that Penix is going to
When
be
we
coming
get the
along.
Ridley stuff, John.
Oh, I think that's already come and gone. I think
Oh,
because
we
yeah,
spent
'cause
the
we had a
picks already.
yeah, that was last year. Yeah,
I didn't think we spent those picks already.
yeah, that was we ended up getting a third, I think, for him, maybe a fifth or a
Okay.
third, or
Hey,
whatever it
was
was.
that? Damn it. Okay, I
Yeah,
remember. Okay.
yeah. So but
I was
like I said,
thinking he was gonna get us more than that for some reason. Like we still had something.
no, unfortunately
Come
not.
on, now.
Yeah, but yeah. So again, I just don't know if they're willing to go out there and just say, yeah, take our couple of
Mhm.
a first and a second from them because again you're going to have Penix coming out soon, right? We're going to have needs at tackle very soon. We
Uh,
have needs at linebacker. We have
John, I got
needs. There's
so I got
we got needs, man.
hold on, I
So
got another one for you. Suppose they somehow through the dreamy world, suppose it was Miles Garrett. Like we'll give you Miles Garrett for Penix. Would you want to do that, or is that still not enough? Because we need a quarterback for the future.
quarterback's most important position in the field, man, and we've
Yeah,
seen it.
I agree with
We've
you.
seen it. I
Johnny
don't.
Yates, I'm trying to get you to say I was trying to give an example, but you feel like me. I feel like once you fix quarterback, if you think you got quarterback and that's who they picked and specifically wanted, nah, you have to see what that's who you specifically no, you went out your way for this. No, you don't do that. Like
Yeah.
you said, but I also think I don't know what to do, John. So let's run through this because I'm thinking like, how do you fix the problem?
Yeah, so the guys that look, we found out earlier that the Titans are going to make Harold Landry available, which is a
Mhm,
guy we talked about last year. We would like to have added.
mhm,
They signed him to a $87.5 million deal, so he's on the high side. But if you
mhm.
think Harold's going to be a guy that can step in and you want to keep for the next few years, because he's going to have a $17.5 million hit
Ooh,
this year, next year, and the following year.
okay.
So unless Tennessee wants to eat some of that, which would be great.
Mhm,
But if you're talking that's the more expensive guy. But if you think, and you're willing to commit to him, put him on the other
mhm,
side and look, we don't even know how long that we're going to have Judon, right? I mean,
mhm.
he may just if he keeps going along this way, they may not be like, hey, we'll
Yeah.
have you back, but it's going to be a big ass discount because you didn't exactly
Mhm,
perform the way we wanted you to, that type of thing.
mhm,
Another guy on the Titans, Arden Key, another guy, we talked about him for a while too last year. He's only 1.4 this year, then 6.5 next year.
mhm.
And then the Titans, look, the Titans are pretty much, I think, going to sell off everything. DeAndre Hopkins, you already saw,
Mhm.
went to the
Yeah.
Chiefs earlier today. And he's not an edge, but Sebastian Joseph Day, uh, defensive tackle, having a really good season, man. 2 sacks. He's on a 1-year deal for $4 million. He got 2 sacks, 11.9% pressure rate. He's got 8 QB hits, and that's 144 snaps. If you're looking at Landry, he's had 4 sacks this year, which is, what we've had, 6 as a team, right?
Mhm.
So 4 sacks, 10.8% pressure rate, 18 QB pressures, and that's 284 snaps. So he's in there. He's got the most snaps of any of these guys that we're going to talk about. And if you want to put this in reference to anything, just so y'all know, the top QB pressure percentage that we have on the team is 7%, and that's Matt
Mhm.
Judon. Then it goes to 6% at Grady Jarrett. Then it drops to 5 at David Onyemata. And so we're talking about,
No
those.
double digit.
No, no, and Harold definitely doubles that up, for sure. You're looking at another guy is Darius Smith out of Cleveland. We talked about him. He also has 4 sacks, a lot cheaper for sure. Because as you're looking at
Mhm.
Darius is around 1.2 million this year, 1.5 million next year. So definitely fits the budget, and he's
Mhm.
produced. 14.2% pressure rate, 17 pressures out of 205 snaps. Again, 4 sacks. Uh, Preston Smith out of
That's the best value, Johnny. I'm gonna be honest, John.
yeah,
To get a double digit guy for 1.2, you almost who is that again? Like you damn near got to do that to get
Darius,
it
yeah,
in the double digits for 1.2 is a steal.
yeah. He's yeah. I mean, I'll be just fine with that. And then
Yeah,
Preston Smith, if the Packers decide to move him, 2.5 sacks, 6.8% pressure rate, not awesome. 10 QB pressures. That to me, you almost add in like another B, a C, B or C
yeah,
guy. Like I don't know. We want to keep adding, guys that
yeah.
I said last week we're like the line of mid right now.
Mhm.
Um, and then Josh Uche, we've talked
Mhm.
about before from the, I don't know if you just want to bring him and have him and Judon back
Yeah.
together again on each end. But pretty, I think, underrated kind of. I mean, he's had 2 sacks
Mhm.
this year. He's only had 149 snaps, but 2
What
sacks, 10.6% pressure rate.
I was going to ask you. Well, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And then Michael Holt from not a lot of people know him from the Rams, but from again familiarity with Raheem. Raheem knows him.
Mhm.
2 sacks, 222 snaps, 9% pressure rate. So again, one of the lesser ones. He's an unrestricted free agent next year. So is Josh Uche. So not huge deals they'd be on. So again, affordable type guys, right? The guy I would love to see us get is Azeez Ojulari. He's an unrestricted free
Yeah.
agent
Yep.
next year. Bring him back home, man. He's
Mhm.
got 4 sacks. Pressure rate's 14.2%.
Yeah.
That
How
Giants
much?
team, that Giants line leads the league in sacks right now. He's part of the
Mhm.
whole crew. 17 pressures and 205 snaps. So, and that might be a guy that you bring in, like, you know what? Yeah, we want to keep him around, and you sign him instead of maybe
Yeah.
Judon. Who knows? But those are kind of the guys that are being talked about, and
You, man, I'm gonna be honest. I say you make one or two of those moves. Like you have an issue if you can pull two of those moves. I say you pull one or two of those moves, you have an issue. Like you have a hole in the boat. Let's one or two of those moves. Those are affordable options, man.
yeah, and I think
So I
some of the
think,
yeah,
yeah,
somebody like Aziz or a Zadarius, something like that. Um, you can afford to give away a later round pick, in the
yeah,
next couple years for those guys because you're assuming they're going to be here for a bit. Like
mhm,
Harold Landry is going to be a little bit more expensive. You know what I mean? Like he's
mhm,
if you're
mhm.
going to want him, and he costs more, but he's going to also he's going
Produce
to
more.
yeah, right, and he's going to demand more in a trade. So it
Mhm,
just depends on I can't. There's a world I can see them looking out at the team right now and going, you know what? We're getting better each week. Let's just keep the guys and keep going. You know what I mean? I can see that
mhm.
happening, but I don't want it
That's
to happen.
like if a person hit me with like a Uzi like 100 times, and I was like, I'm fine.
I'm good.
I got 100 holes, and I'm fine. Nah, what you talking about? Like you have an issue, man. It's glaring.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. I hope they make a move because again,
Yeah.
but and whether it's I just need somebody that can just get more consistently in the backfield. And
Mhm.
again, it's hard. The Panthers had a beat up line. Seahawks had a beat up line. We had good pressure rates. We didn't finish. You know,
Mhm.
the Tampa Bay's lines still a little beat up, but they're better. You know what I mean? So like
Mhm.
it's I don't know. We just have to be more consistent, and like I said, get better rushing. As Raheem said, get better rushing as a team. Make sure they get these guys down. So,
Mhm.
um, but it's this when you have 5 sacks or 6 sacks on the year and your pressure rate is what it is, it's just glaring, man. Like you like
Yeah.
that's the one need that could really, just
Let's
help this
see.
defense.
And I'll be honest, when the boys are full throttle, they do have a chance at winning the Super Bowl, at beating whoever in the league. So that's why you got to address it with your budget.
Yeah.
You don't gotta break the bank and send Penix and do no first round nothing. But man, spend what you got. Sometimes you gotta buy used tires, man. No one wants used tires. Sometimes you need to buy used tires until you get this into the situation to buy new ones. You
Hmm.
feel me? And these are used tires, but some of them reliable. They still got some tread on them.
Yeah.
Hey, if it rained, I probably shouldn't drive, but they'll get me around. JV said, I think they want to see this game before they panic. I just know, like, everyone is going to panic if we lose because you won't know what you're looking at then. Who
Yeah.
are they?
Yeah.
Jeremy said, Bijan will have another big game. Yes, sir. He's starting to get really strong. But I also want Tyler to have a game. I don't want him to have two games out like that. April said 34-17. I love it. I loved it in the 30s. Jeremy said 31. We getting arrogant, y'all. I love after a loss. How arrogant are we after a loss? We like 30 to 35. Sour Baker was playing like his old self on Monday night. Yeah.
Hmm.
Sour said if they get after him, I'm sure he'll throw us some. He tends to do that. JB said Penix is our guy. I'm rocking with Michael Penix too.
Yep.
Raheem said never again. They showed up that I think man, Arthur Blank said never again. Y'all will never do this to me again. Show somebody up.
Yeah.
Mactown Dirty said,
Yep.
"What's up, people? I
Let's
don't
see.
never want that to be an excuse." He said, "Oh, Jalari, yeah, that's who I want if I could have anyone. I think he's underrated.
Uh,
I think he would fit great in our defense, man.
I
I don't
think it's
know.
like 3 weeks, maybe. I can look it up for you. Uh, Trade deadline
Terry going,
2020,
man. Terry always cook. He ain't gonna let us down. No way they just say, I think we could swing it like this.
November 5th, buddy. That is the
November
trade deadline.
5th.
Yep. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
like this idea too, Jeremy.
Yes, sir.
Let Harrison get some run, get Ojulari. Yeah, absolutely. I'm all about it. Yeah, and this is huge too,
Sometimes
man.
I swear to God, it's like this with our defense. Uh the whole defense. Because you don't have one or two competent people, then everyone has to do something they not built for, so they all look worse.
Right.
But if the one or two people in those positions were even functional, you just handle your business. You don't have to do nothing and just be functional. Then you could have put everybody to their strength. The whole defense would look better. So that's what I say. If you can even get two competent people to fill the holes, the holes, the whole defense will look better. It wouldn't even just be the effect of them. The whole defense would be able to say, now I don't got to do this shit no more. I can do what I'm good at.
And I got to mention too, AK. Looking back at the film today, AK had a pretty good game. I mean, outside
Yeah,
of again not being able to get the, we already know we
yeah.
can't. Nobody got to the quarterback, but he's getting better. I mean, and you look at last season. You can't, we can't forget Harrison got so much better those last 6, 7 games.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Rook, maybe he keeps progressing and starts
Go
doing that.
Root.
Maybe Dorless comes in and he does that. And what Jeremy said too, I wish we could see Trice, man. And we can't forget, like he'll be back next year. I got really high expectations for Trice. Maybe I
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't, but I like what I saw at Washington. I think what he brought there and the very little that we saw in the preseason, I think his game translates really well to the NFL. So we'll see if I'm right or just completely off my
Double A
base.
said, Mike said, let's buy in bulk. I agree. Let's do it. That's what I'm saying. King Richie said, fellas, what's good? We
So
got
King,
our wake up call. Time to bounce back. It's always
hmm
good to get that wake up call. Liam, buddy.
what's
That's
up,
my
buddy?
man. What's up, Liam?
Marlon.
MC, my man Marlon said, what's up? Out of your Falcon mind, brothers Jay and Mike. What up, Marlon?
All right, buddy. So that's our call. That's our take on pass rush help, man. We both
Mhm.
want it. Again, I'm not seeing one of the big players coming here. It'd be awesome. It'd be fun. It'd be
Mhm.
great. I just don't see them giving up what it's going to take to get them. But I do. I'd love to see, like I said, Ojulari or one of those guys, or even like I said, maybe even surprise us and get two guys. Who knows? But
Yeah.
we'll see how this game goes against the Bucs. But so we got look, man, we got Alex showing up. What's
My
up,
man
Alex?
Alex said, "What's going on, y'all? Mini 95.
Yeah, he
Your
beat
boy
my ass, I think,
from our
last week.
fantasy dog. I am. Hey, Alex, I am horrifically losing. Everybody, Tua got hurt, which affected Tyreek. Now, Brandon Ayuk done gone now. Dog, I can't catch a break, dog. So,
Yeah, I'm
yeah, man.
yeah,
The who's like the Taylor Swift? Kelsey ain't did nothing. I'm like, dog. I picked all good players, but they all having
this
just
dude.
some off the wall
It
experience.
happens.
I'm like, what is happening? I've lost almost every game I've played so far. It's
Yeah.
hilarious. I'm still optimistic that if I can catch fire, if I can catch a break, I can get the momentum
Oh,
going.
but look, I'm 2-5. I already told Liam earlier. I
Me
said, man,
too.
if I beat Living Good this week, hey, I'm 3-5. I'm gonna make a run.
Hey,
But
that's
I
how
mean,
I feel.
I've
Yep.
been getting. I mean, Alex beat the hell out of me, man. Like it wasn't even funny,
Gee.
man. It was
My man
crazy.
Alex.
Yeah.
Sour Pickle said, I feel like Trice could have really been a help for sure. I'm hoping the
Mhm.
Dollars gets in, he can help. Yeah.
For
I
sure.
think
For
you
sure.
add one or two players, it may change how the whole defense operates.
Hmm. All right, man. Let's play some in or out, buddy. Let's have some fun.
Let's play some in or out, buddy. Let's have some fun. You want to kick it off or you want me to kick it off?
Your call, man. What you say?
I'll kick it off. Johnny
Go.
Yates, are you in or out? I was thinking about this. Uh, Man, I wanted my goal in life, my dream in
Chat.
life. Oh,
Chat. Feel free to. Sorry, chat. Feel free to respond as well. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah.
Didn't
So
cut you
my
off.
goal in life, my dream in life. Like I promised my dad this, but this has been my dream for a long time. Like this is my ultimate goal is to I know I made it when I have a beach house. I want a beach house. I want to be able to watch the sun come up every day of my life. You know, I enjoy the beach like no other, but that's my goal. I know I made it when I'm in the beach house. That's what I say. That's the ultimate goal, right? But then I thought about it the other day and I said, you know what? In order for me to be, I would love that. That's still my ultimate goal. But I said, if I was really rich, you know what I would do? I would need three. And that was the high rise that's like in a major city where it's nighttime. You can see like downtown, all the lights. I need that probably here in Atlanta. That's just a dope experience when you're in the top floor penthouse suite condo. Like when you got that view. I've had it before. It's amazing. I
Mhm.
would want that. But I will also on top of that want a remote land. I've been to places where it was a house on land. And I'm just thinking, dog, I could play a football game. I could ride a four-wheeler. I could set a fire. I could pull the speakers outside and blast. I
You
could
probably go. You probably get your mail naked, probably.
you could get your mail and but also when you're standing there, it's total silence.
Mhm.
It's nothing else. Like it is the most beautiful thing. So I say to myself, if I was really rich, I would need all three. Give me the beach house, give me the downtown view, and give me the remote land. Johnny Yates, are you in or out on one of those? Which one would Johnny Yates go if you made it like you had to get one of those? Which one is your thing?
Man. So that's funny because so we've lived downtown. Like we've lived like a mile off the strip in Vegas, right? So we lived there when we
Mhm,
first moved out to Vegas. Experienced that. It was amazing. We've lived basically North Atlanta. We lived there. That was
mhm,
traffic's insane, but it was fun because you got
mhm.
everything. You got everything at your disposal,
Yep.
right? Um, the town I'm from in Virginia, man, is this small freaking farming and mining town. It's nothing but mountains. There's like 2,000 people there. It hasn't grown in forever. It just is what it is. Um, Love it too. And my uncle actually looks like he's going to be moving to Montana. Like he's actually like he goes out there and he's been hunting out there for years, and I think he's actually
Mhm,
going to buy some property out there.
mhm.
Um, I love the beach, man. Fuck. I don't think it'd be the city. I think like the older I get, like the more I just hate traffic. Like
Yeah.
hate traffic. So like
Mhm.
it'd either be a beach or like a just like in the mountains somewhere, like on a
Yeah.
big piece of land, with
Yeah.
the great scenery. One of those two.
Yeah.
That's a toss up, man. It's a tough one.
Yeah, that's
What
oh
about
yeah.
you? What about you?
That,
Would you still do
oh
the beach if you had to pick one of the
no,
three?
I said my thing is the beach house over everything. I
Yeah.
need to
Okay.
see that. But if I was really rich, I would need all three. I think all three of those are amazing experience to you live a dream every day to get
Hmm.
up and see some of those sights. It's like God, I'm at the you just it's nothing better than those three.
Yeah.
My man Liam said beach or lake with the forest front. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just you hear
Yeah.
birds and just It's just like, where am I right now? Where is this? Like, it's
Yeah, man.
nothing. Yeah.
All right, buddy. Are
Johnny
you in,
Yates, go ahead.
are you in or out? We were both born in 1982,
Hmm.
and I think we both had a pretty good time in the 90s. So, do you think are you in or out that the 90s is the best decade that you've been alive?
Uh, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna go a step further. I think it was the best decade in the history of the world.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. Uh, to be alive at any age, like old people, is to be alive at any age. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm just going off the top of my head. This is how dope it was. That, but this, I did not know John was going to ask me this,
Neither
but
did I.
this
No.
is how dope it was. Like the Ninja Turtles, the Simpsons, Martin, like Fresh Prince of Bel Air, Barney, uh, like Tupac, Jay Z, Biggie, like Wu Tang, like DMX, uh, was like Bill Clinton was John before John. Like he was a cool white man. Like he played the saxophone. Like right, he was like a chill president. Like he was like a regular person. Like the I don't know what to say this, so I'm gonna say this wrong. This is not to offend whoever, but like the white people, like music was at its best. Oh, white music was at its best, like that rock, that
Oh,
singing.
white people
The
music was
white
at
people
its best.
music was at like Third Eye Blind and all that shit. That shit like Oasis, 311,
That's the best
like
thing you've ever said on this show.
oh my god,
White
like
people
it was
music at its
like
best.
everything was good. Like Kurt Cobain, everything was good. Oh, it was 100 of them. They were all good. There was the legends. They were all good at the same time. It was the wildest shit. And Michael Jordan, like was at his best, like Barry Sanders, Deion Sanders. We had never seen anything like it. We had never seen anything like that. It was amazing. He would be dancing before the play and then go score the touchdown and keep dancing. It was weird. Like so just all of that stuff. Uh man, dog, it was nothing like it's, and that's off the top of my head. That's how great it was. I missed 100. That's off the top of my head. That's how dope it was. Bo Jackson, like that's what I'm saying. Like that's at whatever young age you were at that time, like a kid, if you was a teenager or adult, that was the it was, and everyone was having fun. It was way less violence. Everyone was trying to like, it was kind of corny, but it was positive. Everybody was wearing baggy clothes, having parties. It was no fights, no shootouts. Everybody was scratching them. They was having fun, and it was the dopest shit. Like DOS effects, man. Y'all don't even know what that is. You know, bum stickety bum. Okay, like you don't even know what that is. So I'm just saying, like it was amazing. It was the most dope. It was the best. It was the best, and it was the best.
Yeah, and yeah, dude, you said a mouthful, man. And like the like the internet was just coming about, right? So like we
Mhm,
had the dial. It was like to me, it was just enough. Like now, dial up drove me crazy because it took forever. We didn't know any different though. You know, we were just
mhm,
dial like we're like this was normal. This is how it was. But like you had just enough like information. Social media wasn't really even a
mhm.
thing. Like so there was like there's I just man I freaking look at this asshole. He said Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth. That was the good one. I'm not even mad at that.
Oh,
I
dude.
like that one, Leo. I like that one. Bro,
Oh,
that's something I would have said to my dad. I swear.
oh man.
I would have got him.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, and dude, like you said, the music, dude. There was I mean, there's a y'all have probably seen the meme
Hilarious.
somewhere, but there was a like, and I think it was 91, maybe 92, maybe even 90, but it was like a 2 week period where like Metallica and Red Hot Chili Peppers and Soundgarden and
Mm,
Nirvana all released those like iconic albums within like week or
mm.
two of each other,
Uh,
and it was. I mean, yeah,
no,
but
no, it was,
but that's why my music taste is what it
yeah,
is. Like I told
man.
you
It
last
was
on the last
even
show.
your women. It was like your No Doubt,
Hmm.
Alanis Morissette.
Yep.
It was even women. Dog, at that, you know what I was listening to? You know what changed my life? I had never heard anything like. And I want y'all to keep in mind this is hilarious because I'm from the hood. I'm from the hood. I heard it was a lady, her name was Sarah McLaughlin.
McLaughlin.
I had never heard music like this in my life. It was the most peaceful shit. Like she had the voice of an angel. Oh my
Oh,
God. Like it was the most peaceful music I had ever heard. And I used to play that shit on repeat. Oh my God, I had to hide it from everybody. I would stash it. If I got caught with that, I was getting beat up. Right. So
yeah.
I never let on, but that music changed my life. It just expanded my mind. Like it just it was ever the white people music was amazing.
Well, I mean, the Blackfoot music was pretty damn good
Yeah.
too. To be honest, I mean, like, because like that guitar was like last show. I told you about the first two albums I have like Black Album, MC Hammer, right? So then it went.
Yep.
I mean, but that's why though my music taste is what it is because
Mhm.
you know R&B in the '90s is like untouchable. Like just
Mhm.
like you can't beat R&B in the '90s. Period. And then the rap artists that was there, like like we don't have to mention it, but like you already mentioned,
Mhm.
like the older guys, and you got
Mhm.
Biggie, Tupac, all
Mhm.
those guys that came out then they got huge, and then the metal scene was coming around, the grunge
Mhm.
scene. Then you had guys like Red Hot Chili Peppers and 311, and then again Limp Bizkit that was mixing like rap and rock
Mhm. I
together,
forgot. Yeah.
and then Linkin Park, and then like they
Yep.
were right there, they're right there at the very end. But like that's like for me, so like if like I love music, like Falling in Reverse now, my favorite, like probably my
Mhm.
favorite band
Mhm.
is like a heavy dose of rap and rock and metal together. It's just this big
Mhm.
hodgepodge. But that's the stuff I love. But it's all because of some of that music in the '90s that all came together
Mhm.
at the same time. So yeah. Anyway, long answer, but yeah, man, I love the '90s. But anyway,
Oh, and I want to just I have to throw this in at the end. Uh y'all won't understand what I'm talking about, but just try to envision what I'm saying. Like you know how they have stand-ups and like actors and actresses now and comedians who came from SNL. Half the people who you see now came from Sports Center in the morning. They were all on the show at the same time. I keep saying that it was the most amazing. It like the greatest ones you see now that are all separate. They were all on the show together. They was all on the same cast, and it was but they used to use slang. They had all this music. They had catchphrases. It was the most all-star cute crew on like ESPN of all time. Like they produced them people that y'all see who now have their own podcast and all that. It was amazing. They was at their best at that time.
yep, 100%,
Yeah.
man.
So
And
I gotta
man,
know.
Linda
Miss
asked if
Linda
Taysom
said, "Does
was
anybody if Taysom Hill was back this week? Please say no." I don't
it's
know.
it says I just looked him up. He says he was limited today, so maybe he might be back this week. Who knows?
Okay.
Another great one, hopefully. Madden
Madden
turkey
turkey
legs,
legs.
man.
I always take John Madden though. It was nothing like him calling the game. It was like your uncle calling the game. It was amazing.
Mhm.
Nah, Johnny Yates, are you in or out? I've thought this since I was a child. I'm gonna say it out loud for the first time ever. Uh, Johnny Yates, are you in or out that the Falcons have the best uniform in the NFL? And I'm not just saying it as a fan. I mean that as a color scheme. When they just that red and black, and sometimes that gray. I don't we I don't see anything else that's beating that. Like it's some throwbacks that I like when like other teams wear, but regular uniforms, no one's our color scheme is the best, our logo is the best, our uniforms are the best in the National Football League. Are you in or out on that, Johnny Yates?
100% in. Yeah.
Ah, I love it, buddy. I love
Uh,
it, buddy.
yeah. I
Marlon,
think I'd say that if I
ESPN,
wasn't
Chris
a fan.
Berman, like
Hey,
dog, Tom Jackson and Chris Berman had a show called Prime Time.
yep.
I don't know if that's 2000, but they was the greatest highlight show you ever seen.
Were you like me where like for me when I like my first memories of Sports Center was Dan Patrick and Keith Olbermann.
That's what I'm saying. They was on,
So,
they was
but
yeah, and Stuart Scott was on that
Stuart Scott,
show.
but I mean if you like for me, if I
Like
stayed
Rich
home from school,
Eisen was on that cast.
yeah, yeah. If I stayed home from school, I'd just watch it and repeat. Did you do that too? Like you just watch it
Yeah,
like 2 or 3 times in
all
one go?
day.
All day.
But it was like it was way more than it like it is now. Like kids was watching that shit before school.
Oh, yeah, every day.
Children will wake up and watch Sports Center before school. Like in high school, like that was how cool it was. Like it was like we gonna see all the highlights, but they gonna use slang, bro. That they was all on the same show. I can't say that enough.
No,
It's like,
we didn't even mention some of the TV shows, man. You had Saved by the Bell, you had Friday Night on ABC.
bro, that's what I say
Oh,
by the bell. Y'all don't even like. So that's what I'm saying. Like these was,
man.
I just feel like the Gremlins, just it was just the best. Rudolph, all that. It was the best. Double H said the helmet is what made me a fan. At age 7, I used to draw the Falcons so much it was made me a fan. Growing up in New York, it's hard to be a Falcon fan in New York. I commend you, sir. But like, yeah, I always thought like just like our merchandise. So when we wear the clothes, it look better. Like it's just the best colors and the best logo.
It is, buddy. All right, man. Are you in or out? Have you you've lost sleep, like literally lost sleep over an outcome of a game, any game, could be Falcons or whatever. Have you ever lost sleep, like it physically like affected you?
Only when Matt Ryan was playing. Let me tell you how much I love Matt Ryan.
That says it
Like
all right there.
I would know what was coming for him, and that's the reason why I couldn't. I was like, man, that's because they about to say, oh, he ain't the one, and he can't make. And I knew, and I would be so mad. Like trying to defend him, that it would make me mad. But not since Matt Ryan left. Nope.
Marlon has my exact one time that
Uh yeah,
that I did.
20.
Like I
Yeah.
get literally like I was sick to my stomach. I
Hmm.
went to bed. Like you and I were texting during the game,
Hmm.
and like when we returned that when homeboy returned Alfred returned the
Oh,
interception for touchdown,
yeah.
we thought that was it.
Yeah.
We're like, man, we
Man,
got this.
I
We
remember
got
hearing you say, man, I
yeah,
think we gonna do it, buddy.
we did, and that was the last text that we sent each other
Yep.
because like I didn't send anything after the game. I know you didn't either.
Yep.
Liam had already went to bed. He was like 5 years old at the time, and I literally like I could not get to sleep. I was so just fucking upset, like
Mhm.
just destroyed, like literally destroyed, man. Like that was the worst freaking night, man. The only one I
Well,
ever
that
lost
just
sleep on.
show y'all how distraught we was. Me and John were actively texting, and then just both went radio silent for the rest of the night.
It
Never
might
said
even.
nothing.
I don't know if we even
Yeah.
talked for like a week after that, to be
Yeah,
honest with
and
you.
it just probably didn't. I was like, I don't even want to come to grips with what just happened. Like
I didn't
I,
want to
yeah,
listen to it, man.
it was because I was owning. I don't want to get into it, but because I had already, it was like I, I
Yeah,
could, I had it already. It was in my
we all
hands.
did.
It's like it got. That's weird.
Yep. All right, you got another one,
Johnny
buddy?
Yates, are you in or out that the music sound best in your car? Just something about driving,
Oh,
playing music. It just, I don't know. You feel like you in a video. You feel like life is all right. You could be going through anything. When you in your car, something about that is just like, you know what? I'm that mother. You know what I mean? And you got your music playing, and it just feel cool. You feel like a man. You feel cool. Johnny Ace, are you in? And just the music sound better. I don't know why. I can play it in the house. I can play it on my headphones. Play it while I'm working out. It's always exciting to play it while you're working out, right? But it to me, it sound best. It's most electrifying in your car. Johnny Ace, are you in or out? Music sound best in your car.
oh, I'm in, and
Yeah.
I screwed myself because again, back in the '90s when I worked for Circuit City, um, we used to have hella good discounts, man. So like literally,
Mhm.
like 50% off of stuff, So
Mhm.
I had a Ford Explorer at the time, and
Mhm.
I took that bitch right back to the car audio, and I spent all my check on. I had two MTX Blue Thunder Extreme 10-inch subwoofers. I had a 2-channel amp power in that. I had a 4-channel amp power in the rest of the speakers with tweeters in the front. I had the Kenwood removable face deck. Remember that?
Mhm.
You can remove it
The
from the
one you
like.
take the face off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had all that, dude. I had, and so it was just the sound was ridiculous. So like from
Mhm.
that car on, I had to have something I couldn't just have like a
Mhm.
stock sound system. It had to be.
Mhm.
I either had to buy it that way or had to either get aftermarket
Yep.
because to me, man, like if you're listening to your music, you want to listen to it number one loud, how it's supposed to be listened to
Wanna
with
feel it. Yeah.
the bass,
Yep.
you want the highs, you want the lows, you want everything. So yeah,
Mhm.
I'm with you 100%, buddy. All right, man. You in or out, man. You still speak with at least 5 of the people you graduated high school with on a regular basis. In or
Oh
out?
yeah, all the time. Yeah, yeah, all the time. Like I'm my biggest my I'm gonna my biggest flex in this world in life. The one thing you won't ever hear me brag about nothing. Yeah, that's not how I talk. But the one thing I will, I feel like I have the best friend group in the world, and it came from a lot of years from when I tell you, if I put them in a room, you wouldn't know what was going on. You wouldn't know what, you couldn't distinguish what was happening in this room. But they came from all walks of life and like every period of life. So yes, very much so. I'll be friends with them for life.
I'm actually out. I don't talk
You
to more
out?
than 5 people. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like on a regular basis. Like I've got
yeah,
buddies from high school that, we'll
yeah.
still text every now and then. And there's guys that I was really good friends with who if we just met up for lunch one day, like we'd pick right back up where we left off. It would be like nothing
Mm-hmm.
ever changed, stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. But as far as like you said, like different walks of life, you meet more people and
Mm-hmm.
you make other friends. Like, I mean, yeah, I've got a couple of lifelong friends, of course, like anybody does, but yeah, high school wise, man, just not that many. Just not that many that
Mm-hmm.
I was really close to. So yeah. You got
Mm-hmm.
another one, buddy? You good?
No, I'm good.
All right, man. So pretty good show, man. We're hour 22.
In and out.
In or out, buddy. That was it. We've got right now like 470 folks on Twitter. We appreciate y'all, man. That's
We
pretty
love y'all,
pretty
man. Thank
amazing.
you for
We got
coming,
some
man.
folks
It's
here that are
always
on YouTube. Appreciate y'all, man. Um, again, we'll be back Sunday. So Sunday's weird. So Sunday we have to be in Tyrone, Georgia. You know where Tyrone is.
oh, that's
Um,
down at the bottom of the map.
at 7:30 a.m. on Sunday morning.
Oh, you getting up at Mike time now, man. I get up that time like damn near every morning. That's why I rarely sleep.
Yeah. So number one, I got to make sure. I got to find out if Liam's pitching in game one. If he's pitching in game one, then we're good to go. Because we'll
Mhm.
get up, we'll go down there, he'll pitch, we'll come back. I'll probably take a nap, watch the game, and then if you want to go after the game, I probably can. But we'll just have to just play it by ear and see. Yeah,
I say we go after it because I'm expecting that W.
there you go. There you go. Well, even if it's not right after, it should be later on in the evening. One way,
Yeah.
one way or the other, we should be back on Sunday evening. So make sure y'all just keep your eye on the channel. And I know you can. I'll probably post it on Twitter too if y'all are on Twitter. Out of your FM mind on Twitter, just follow us there as well. But yeah, man, awesome show tonight. We appreciate y'all for coming by again on Twitter and on YouTube. You can follow us again out of your FM mind on Twitter, out of your Falcon mind on TikTok, on Instagram. Biscuits pick will be coming Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah, I probably post it on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I try not to put it too ahead of time because I don't want y'all to drag him too much. I'm still emotionally attached. Uh, so I try to do it right before, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Biscuits,
When you
boy
when
on
he pick,
fire.
when he picks the other team and you like the whole face of betrayal thing gets me every time. I just start
Hey
laughing.
dog, he really disappointed me when he do that, but I can't react because dog, if I just want to say this real quick. It takes biscuit. I'm not playing when I say it. That little clip is 6 hours, or it takes biscuit 2 hours to pick a helmet because last year, but it's my fault. Here's why. Because last year when he would pick the Falcons or another team, I would react with a noise. Like just say I would say, "Oh," and he would get startled every time. So he started to think that I'm not supposed to do that, and I can't like undo that. So now he go near the helmets and be like, I ain't getting in trouble, and I can't get him to just pick a helmet, dog. I got to sit on the floor with the camera and just do something else for hours. And then he'll finally just go, and it's treats in both of the helmets. I make it fair. It's small treats in both helmets. He gotta think I'm not looking, and I've been rocked completely to sleep for him to finally pick a helmet. But the boy is on fire, so I love that little dog.
Hey, 6-1, man. 6-1.
Six
It's
and one,
crazy.
baby.
It is crazy. Marlon, perfect way to
I
finish.
gotta say this. My man Marlon said, "Y'all be so smooth." I love you, buddy. We got this game someday, Sunday. You know it. Our Hall of Fame Amala won $300 betting with Biscuit this week in the parlay. I
Is
died
he
laughing
really?
when I saw that. Yeah, he won $300 betting with Biscuit. I said, the dog is on fire. I would bet with him too."
Oh, this is freaking hilarious, man. All right, man. Well, again, we appreciate y'all so much, man. Come by live tonight and having a good, fun show with us. We'll continue again Sunday after we get this win, this double-digit
Mhm.
win over the Bucs. Go out there, back like it says, man. Bounce back is incoming for sure. And we'll see y'all Sunday. One more, yeah. Sour pickles later, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate
Sour
you.
Pickle, thanks for coming. Thank all y'all for coming, man. We love y'all. It's Wednesday evening. We still got motion. We love y'all for that.
Absolutely, man. So email us atlfalconfancast.com. I'm sorry, atlfalconfancast at gmail.com. Hit the like button on the video for us. Subscribe for us if you haven't already. And I didn't put the merch up there to scroll or whatever, but it will be in the description of the video. And don't forget, put the score prediction in the comments of the video. And the first person that gets it right will get out of your Falcon Mind t-shirt. If you're watching on Twitter, just pop over to YouTube, like, subscribe, comment. There you go. You're set. You can win a t-shirt too, if you want one. And we got the tie-dye. We got all the regular different colors too, black, purple, you name it. Got all the red, white, gray, all of them, man. So it's all there. But appreciate you, hopefully. Yeah, man.
Thank you, Double A. Real quick, let me throw this in there. If you are following us on one platform, just do me a solid. Just do me a solid. Just do your boy a small favor. I don't ask so much. Just follow us on another, because you might be following us on Instagram, but you might not follow us on YouTube. If you're going to follow me down the street, follow me all the way down the street. Stalk me appropriately, buddy. You know what I'm saying? You need to just do, if you're on YouTube, maybe subscribe to Instagram. You know, if you're on Instagram, maybe subscribe to TikTok. Just maybe you do me that favor.
Well,
Just maybe you do me that favor, and when you walk in, it's not plastic on the floor, right? Just maybe you do me that little favor, okay? But no, man, I really do appreciate you guys. But if y'all are following us on one platform, please just try to follow us on another, or on all of them if you can.
Hey, it's all free, right? Like they said, it's all free. And like Larry said one time, it's like tipping the waiter, man. And I did look at our analytics briefly today, and about 30% of the folks that watch are not subscribed, which, just go ahead and subscribe. We don't bother y'all. We don't post any nonsense. It'll all be good stuff. So we promise. So, but anyway, again, thank y'all.
Just click that red button.
Just real quick. That's it. That's all it takes. All right, buddy. We'll see y'all Sunday, man. Y'all have a great rest of the week and start to your weekend. And we're out, man. Mike, take us out, buddy.
Out of your Falcon mind. Peace.